A lot of people don't know how to go about this. It's an easy process, and I've tried to simplify it in this video. So forward this to as many people as you know who work in the health industry or who plan to work in the health industry and want to get their IHS money back. Money is important, especially in this country. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today. Thank you for showing up. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jane. I live in the UK, and on this channel I try to share information that will be helpful to you coming to the UK and you living in the UK. So if this is something you're interested in, please click on the subscribe button on your screen. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to like it, and share this video with your friends and your loved ones. So guys, this video you want to watch till the end, and you also want to share it because I'll be giving you all the information that you need if you want to do your IHS refund. I'm going to be talking about the eligibility, the requirements, and I will show you how to do this on gov.uk. So ensure that you watch this video to the end and also share it with your friends who want to get their IHS funds back. Okay, so without plenty talk, I'll give you guys quickly, because time and money, all that you need to know, and then I'll head to gov.uk and also show you how to get it done. Okay, how do you know that you can get, or that you're qualified to even get this money back? First of all, you need to have paid IHS, because of course you cannot get a refund if you don't pay your IHS fee. So some people who are on visas that do not require you to pay IHS, or for whatever reason you don't pay IHS, this video may not be for you. Okay, so if you know you paid for your IHS, then continue watching. The next thing you need to know is that for the IHS refund, you need to be working in the health industry. So if you're working in health and care, this is good news. You may be qualified, you may be eligible to get your IHS money back, and not just for you, for your dependents as well. So for people who applied to come to the UK with dependents, you'll be able to get some of that money back for yourself and your dependents, and eventually all, if you work long enough. Okay, I'll explain that later in this video. Now the requirements. What do I even need to have, or what do I need to have done to be able to get this money back? You don't just get a job in health and care and say, give me my IHS refund or give me my IHS money back. No, you need to have worked for at least 6 months. Now hold on, let me explain this 6 months for you. Within these 6 months, you need to ensure that you have worked average 16 hours per week. Okay, so not just that you've worked for 6 months, you need to know that you also need to have worked at least 16 hours on the average per week. Now another thing you need to know is that you cannot start working in January and say maybe in March you take a long break and then you come back in June and then say you want to get your refund. No, there's a requirement for you to have worked through this period, and there should be no break except maybe paid leave, or maybe your maternity leave for that period. That is only when they will accept that break. Okay, you shouldn't have gone on break for more than 28 days, which is 4 weeks. You might not get your refund, or it might take longer. So if you have worked for 6 months, no break, you've worked an average of 16 hours per week, then this is good news. However, if you've been on paid break, you also qualify. Time that you do not qualify, or maybe when you have problems, is if you went on unpaid leave, or you took like a break, you went MIA, nobody know where you go, and you come back and say, give me my refund. They need to see that you've worked for 6 months cumulatively, okay, consecutively as well. All right, so that is the requirement. Now how do you know that, or how do you show them that you have done this? Which brings us to the next requirement, is your pay slip. Now this one is very important because this is the evidence that you will submit. You need to show pay slip for the period that you have worked. Okay, now some people on their pay slips state how many hours they have worked and some do not, but whatever it is, ensure that you have your pay slips for the period that you're applying for, so at least 6 months, and you have to upload this. Okay, now for people who don't have that stated on their pay slip, some people do supporting documents. You're able to upload supporting documents on the site. So some people go as far as submitting like their employment contract to show the conditions of their contract. Some even do like a cover letter to explain what is going on the payslip. So when you look at your payslip and you feel like it will confuse anybody, ensure that you do like a cover letter. Okay, explain what is going on your payslip, so that whoever is looking at your application can understand what is happening there. I mean, it doesn't hurt to apply or to upload an additional document. This is just like an advice, a tip, so that you know that once you apply, you don't have anybody coming back to you saying something that you don't understand. Just ensure that you explain everything that needs to be explained, and then upload that document as your supporting document, okay, in addition to your pay slips and perhaps your employment contract as well. Now, another thing that you require is your NI number. Of course, if you're in the UK, you already know that this is a national insurance number. It is your work identity. It is your employment identity, in other words. Okay, so if you're working, you most likely have your NI already. And if you're just coming into the UK, apply for that and you will get yours as well. In the form, you'll be asked for this information, so ensure that you have that handy so that you can put it in. Okay, another thing that you require is your IHS reference number. So you guys remember that reference number you got in your email when you paid for IHS? You will need this. You'll be asked for this. Okay, and if you're applying for your dependents as well, ensure that you write out everybody's number, because this is the evidence that you actually paid for your IHS. This number will be requested for on the form, so ensure that you have this correctly written. Be very careful when you're writing this out. You don't want to make mistakes in these numbers. Okay, this is like your ticket to your money. So ensure that you get your numbers correct and have them handy for the form. Okay, so guys, I've mentioned the eligibility and the requirements. We'll go now to see what the process is. Don't forget to wait to the end of this video. I'm going to give you the important things that you need to know for you to get this money back. I will state that after I've shown you guys how to get this done on gov.uk. So let's head to gov.uk. I will also leave this link in the description area, so if you want to do this yourself or you want to follow along, you come with me. Okay, let's head to gov.uk to see how it's done. So here we are, guys. This is the gov.uk link. Like I said, I will leave it in the description area, so you can just copy it there and then head to gov.uk to get your refund or do your refund. Now when you scroll down, you will see who can get a refund. You guys already know. If you're in the UK, you will know this site. Okay, so it lists out what you'll be getting on this page. Now if you do not have a tier 2 visa or you work in another health and care role, then this is for you. Okay, so you just click on that link and it takes you to this page. It will tell you you can apply online for a refund if you're a medical professional or you're eligible to apply. For example, if you do not have your tier 2 visa, just read through it. Okay, it talks about the eligibility, like I spoke before. You have to work in an eligible company or organization, for example the NHS or CQC. The 6 months that you have to have worked can include paid leave such as maternity or statutory sick leave. You will not be eligible if you've been unemployed or unpaid for more than 28 days during that 6 months. Okay, what you get is a refund of 1 6-month period, refund for 1 6-month period at a time. And yeah, I mentioned this at the end of the video, so just hold on. When we get to the end of this video, I will explain this further. It says the example. You can also read it here if you want, but I'll just go ahead and click on start apply, so that you will know what I've been talking about. Okay, so you ask you some questions to know if you qualify. Has applicant paid IHS for their current visa? Yes, continue. They ask what type of visa do you have, and then you click on whatever visa. For the tier 4 visa people like us, other visa, continue. Has the applicant had a job in health and social care? Yes, because this is a requirement, guys, remember. Did the applicant work in the health and social care for 6 months or more? Yes, because hopefully you're doing this after you have worked for 6 months. When working in the health and care job, was the applicant working an average of 16 hours or more per week? Yes, this is another requirement. And so you ask you to check your answers for eligibility. I will click on continue. Guys, if I'm too fast, just pause, rewind, and then get everything that you need I will be blurring out like my personal details in this form, stuff like my NI number. Speaking about NI number, guys, I just need to mention here that you guys need to be very careful with that detail. That is practically your identity here. Okay, so be sure to protect that. Don't just give out your NI number to anybody, even people you trust. What do they need it for? But let me just mention that identity theft is a thing around this part of the world, so be very careful. Having said that, we'll go ahead to fill in our names, and yeah, put your given names, put your last name, which is your surname, okay, and then you click on continue. It asks what's the applicant's date of birth. You fill in your date of birth here. I had to change this to portrait because I feel like it's clearer. I know the font may be smaller now, but at least it gives you the full page rather than the landscape. I'm using my phone to show this to you guys, so pardon me if you think this is too small or not ideal, okay, but you'll get the idea. After putting your date of birth, you click on continue, and then it asks you what your NI number is. Like I said, ensure that you always keep this protected because identity theft is a thing. Here it asks you for your applicant's immigration health certificate, which is your IHS number. So remember your IHS number that you got in your email when you paid. You put that in here and then you click on continue. Next question is your email address. So ensure you put your email address and continue. What it asks you for the applicant's phone number. This is optional, but I mean, if you want to get your money, and I mean you want all the all the communication that you can get, or all the means of communication very active, so you can put your phone number here and then click on continue. Okay, do you want to add any dependents? If you have dependents, you can just say yes, and then it will ask you for details of your dependents. Now after putting in the first one and you click on continue, it will ask you if you want to add other dependents. So if you have like 4 dependents, 3 dependents, you'll be able to put all their details in and continue. Okay, but I'm just going to go back and say no for people who don't have dependents as well. But that's like the only thing you have to do for dependents, by adding, which is adding your dependents details. Now click on continue, and it takes you to what's the starting date of your 6 months period that you're claiming this fund for. So you put in when you started work, and let's say that is in January 2022, and then I click on continue. Will the applicant like to subscribe to get a reminder email when they may be able to reapply? Yes, you continue. What is your applicant's employment details? So you put your employer name here. Let's say your employer is Sheffield Care Home. Chef Care Home. You put that here. Put your employer's name here, whatever that is. What is your job title? I will say HCA. And just click on, I think you selected the wrong thing, but anyway, put in the right thing for you. It asks you, is this your employer name? Is this your job title? Does the applicant have another job within NHS? If you do, you can say yes. If you don't, you say no, and then you continue. So here is where it asks you to upload your evidence. Now this is where you get to upload your pay slips and whatever supporting documents that you have. Okay, and yeah, all you need to do is choose the file, if it's on your phone, on your laptop, wherever it is, and select that. Okay, and so here we are. I will just click on continue. This is a random document on my phone, but I'm just trying to show you guys how to get this done. And so it asks you evidence uploaded. Do you want to upload more evidence? Now because you have like 6 months pay slip, you can actually upload this. Keep saying yes 6 times or 5 times to upload all 6 months, because they don't want to, maybe some people don't want to go through the stress of having to combine all the pay slips that they have and uploading it as a document. You also may not be able to do that because of the size and the restriction here. So ensure that you just click on, do you want to upload more evidence? Say yes, and then you're able to upload that, upload till you have completed your 6 months evidence. Okay, and yeah, so let me just show you guys. If I say yes, you ask me to upload another one, so you can see that it gives you the same page, and you're supposed to upload another document that is not larger than 2 MB, and these are the formats that you need to. It has to be JPEG, it has to be JPG, PNG, PDF, and all not. If you go and put Word documents, it will not take it. So ensure that you're doing the right format and the right size when you upload this. Okay. Yes, so when you're done uploading all your evidence, you click on no, that you don't want to upload more evidence, and you continue. Okay. Yeah, so it now asks you okay, this one is still upload evidence. I just need to say no here before I continue, and it will take me to the next page. Would you like to give an extra information or any extra information about the employment or attachments? Now, if you look at your attachments and you feel the need to explain anything, some people go ahead and do it as a cover letter and also upload that, while some people just come here and give like comments to explain whatever it is. Additional comments that you have, just put them in here if you don't want to do a cover letter. So you can upload your documents and then explain here. Okay, then when you're done explaining, you can just click on continue. If everything is right, you just need to click confirm and send. It's as easy as that. So guys, we are back, and I just wanted to mention some important things before I end the video. Things that you need to know. Of course, I've mentioned the requirements, eligibility at the beginning of this video. If you jumped that part, please head back so that you get all the information. Now it's time to let you know the important things before I go. First of all, whatever card you're using to pay your IHS payment is what will be credited back. Now, I know some people, because of the whole exchange thing in Nigeria, some people use other people's cards, but ensure that that person is somebody you trust. If you're using a paid service, in fact, state it at the beginning of the contract that if you're going to be paying this for me, please, I will need my refund. Now, some people already know that they're going to work in the health and care industry when they come to the UK. Now, if you're in this category, you already know that you want to get your IHS money back. So ensure that you tell whoever is going to pay for you that, "CEO, I will need you to send my money back to me when I do my refund." If they're not agree, find another person. If it's going to be a serious problem, like you don't know this person, please open your own account, open your own dumb account, so that you ensure, especially if you're applying for family, this is plenty money. In fact, open a dumb account, do your money, use your own account so that your money comes straight to you. You don't want to start speaking grammar, because a lot of people are dragging clots on top of this IHS refund. So ensure that you do this yourself, or get somebody that you trust to do this for you if you have the plan or the hope that you get your IHS refund back. Another thing that you need to know is that not the entire money will be paid back to you at once. So if you've worked for 6 months and you do this application, you'll be paid 25% of your IHS. But you know that if you're applying for family or with dependents, that is big money, and then you have to work for another 6 months to get the next 25%, and 6 months to get the next 25%. You get my point? So you cannot work 6 months and get the entire thing back. Okay, yeah, so these are two things that you need to know. The process of them processing your IHS refund and getting back to you is stated to be like 6 weeks. So hopefully you get your money before 6 weeks. Okay, and the good thing is that when you're credited, when the account is credited, they'll send you an email to let you know that this has been done. So even if you're using somebody's account, you get a notification when your money is credited, and you can go ahead and ask them for your money. Okay, so guys, if you have stayed till now, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button to join the family. Click on the thumbs up to like this video, and please share this video with your friends and loved ones. A lot of people don't know how to go about this. It's an easy process, and I've tried to simplify it in this video. So forward this to as many people as you know who work in the health industry or who plan to work in the health industry and want to get their IHS money back. Money is important, especially in this country. So ensure that you do them this favor. Let this be your Christmas present to them. Send them this video so that they can have their money back. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye guys.